everybody, it's afternoon and it's Chat with Chap time, and I'm your host, Ginger Wade. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It is Q&A day. So we haven't had a Q&A day for a while because of all of our special awesome things that were going on with Ro and I, but now we'll get back to Q&A day because there's been a number of questions that have come in that I would like to share with you and talk about today. So a smattering of different things. Some curriculum-related things, law-related things, some convention questions. So we will just get right into it today. So the first question that came in was regarding graduation. People are looking for graduation ceremonies to participate in. So unfortunately, CHAP no longer has a graduation ceremony. We did used to have one at convention. If this is something you would be interested in reviving, we would love to talk to you about it. So you can message me here on the show, or you can write into staff@chaponline.com. But CHAP does not have a graduation ceremony at convention anymore. If you're in the Lancaster area, I believe CHAP is a coalition of co-ops in the Lancaster area. They have a big ceremony, but honestly, I think the sign-up cutoff was November 30th. So graduation is something you really need to start thinking about at the beginning of the year. I know that seems really weird because you're thinking, well, there's the whole senior year to deal with. I don't want to think about graduation until later, but it's really something that starts really early. So the thing that I always suggest to people is take a look at if you're not involved with a co-op, take a look at our group list at chaponline.com/resources and look for the groups that are near you and reach out to them and ask them if they have a graduation ceremony and if they would accept people who are not in the co-op to join and be part of their graduation ceremony. The thing about it is, parents, you don't have to have a graduation ceremony. I don't know if people are aware of that. Like, you graduate whether or not you have a ceremony to say that you did it. I totally get that you want to have one and commemorate the moment. So I just so there's no confusion there's no like legal part of the graduation ceremony that makes it real. So you can do it on your own. You can have people to your house and just have a little ceremony on your own and create your own, you create your own diploma and hand it to your child and those types of things. Or just make one up with some people that you know that are around you, even if you're not part of a co-op. There's a lot of different options there. There are groups who do it, but you might just need to start something on your own, or reach out to CHAP and be our coordinator for convention, because that used to be a thing with the speaker and everything. So anyway, so that's with graduation. The next question was, do we still have the College and Career Day? That was a really great event we had in March at Elizabethtown College, 2 years, and then of course COVID shut it down. And the kids got to do the iStrong inventory, and they had someone work through it with them to help them figure out what career would be good and gather information about college and how to prepare for college, what colleges are looking for, some good talks for parents on financial aid and other things. And we are looking to get something like that together, but maybe not a standalone event. It might be part of our convention this year. So just keep your eyes peeled for that, and keep your eyes on the e-news and stuff like that. If you notice, convention is listed as 3 days, June 13th, 14th, and 15th, and there could be some fun things happening on the 13th. So keep your eyes open about that. But we do not have a standalone event for College and Career Day set up this year. But we're hoping to get something organized for convention time. So next, someone was looking for a DVD or video math curriculum. So this mom was not wanting to be the one who's actually teaching the math lesson from the book. She was looking for a DVD curriculum. So the suggestions I gave to her was Matthew C. Mr. Demi teaches on the DVD, and then you can go through the book also. Teaching textbooks is online, and there's CTC Math also. So if you have any other suggestions for math curriculums that are online or are DVD based, go ahead and pop them here in the comments. There's lots of other math options out there, but I know there's some moms out there who do not feel comfortable doing the teaching, and they might not have a co-op nearby where their child can go to have math. So those are good options. Another question was also about English options. Hopefully I think online was what the question was. Now for me, I'm really spoiled. So when I get into junior high, my kids take an English class at my local co-op. So our co-op really strives to have academically focused courses for the junior and senior high kids, and that includes English. So I had homegrown English courses for my kids by moms in my neighborhood, which I've been very grateful for. But some, and you might want to look into that if you're not part of a co-op, there might be a co-op nearby that is teaching English courses. But some of our mentors gave these suggestions for English options. Khan Academy, that's Khan. Grade 8 Spectrum. This person was looking for grade 8, so it was Spectrum Writing, if you heard of Spectrum Writing. IEW, of course, is really great. It's very hands-on. Mom is really involved in IEW, but it produces amazing results. That's one of the courses in our co-op is an IEW-based course. Abeka for grammar, and there's a curriculum called Brave Writer. Now this mentor was not necessarily familiar with how it worked, but she was hearing good things about it from other people. So that's called Brave Writer. So those are suggestions. Again, if you have any suggestions you would like to share with the homeschool community for really good writing curriculum or English curriculum, please drop them here in the comments, and then everyone who's watching can benefit from that information too. But you can also come to convention and check out what is there for grammar and math, because those are good places to see the curriculum before you purchase the curriculum. So someone was being questioned about their immunization exemption by their school district. So the question came in that was, is the immunization exemption form enough? So if you don't know, on homeschoolpennsylvania.org, we have an immunization form that you may print off and use. You fill in your child's name and that type of stuff, and you sign it and hand it in to the school district. And is that enough was the question. Absolutely. Immunization written and signed by the supervisor is absolutely enough for your children's education. So if your school district is pushing back on that, no, you have the right to use an immunization exemption, and you do not need to hand in paperwork or forms or private information of your child's medical records. There were another question on curriculum related things. It was about Liberty Online Academy. So if you guys know, Liberty University has an online academy for homeschool students, and they are based in Virginia. So the question was, is this still considered homeschool? If I'm in Pennsylvania and I'm doing an online course for Liberty Online Academy, is it still homeschool? Does it still count? The answer is yes, because if you have a high school student that's dual enrolling online from anywhere, it could be Regent, could be Grand Canyon, could be Liberty, could be wherever, those count for Pennsylvania credit. So of course, if you have a younger child taking courses from their online academy, it does count as homeschool. So you can take 1 to 5 courses. You're still the supervisor. You're the one who's choosing the teacher, the tutor, if you will, for your child. So it is a completely valid option for homeschooling. Here's something to think about though. I know the cost of those classes is not cheap. So doing a Liberty Online course could be expensive. It's going to be a wonderful course, no doubt. The quality will be wonderful. It will be expensive. So if that is an issue, consider checking around your local co-ops. Like I said, my co-op, the junior and senior high classes, we really shoot to have something that is academically rigorous. There's another co-op nearby to me that is very academically rigorous. That is, yeah, you pay per class and for the curriculum and stuff, so you'd have to compare. Maybe some co-ops like that would be pretty much equal to going to Liberty, so then you'd have to do some cost comparison and what works for you. But you might want to check out local co-ops and see what they offer before jumping into an expensive online academy. But the choice is yours, and both are completely valid options for fulfilling your requirements for the homeschool law. The next question was regarding funding. It said funding for patients. So I wasn't exactly sure what the person was looking for, but this is how I'm going to take that. If you are someone who is struggling with your health, it could be you, it could be a child, and you are homeschooling, and you are finding that the financial strain of the medical bills, the hospital runs, the medications and stuff is causing you to not be able to continue homeschooling because you can't afford curriculum, you can't afford to do that, and you're thinking about public school, you can check out the CHAP Foundation. So at chaponline.com you can fill out a grant application and explain your situation, tell us about what's going on, and we do give out grants to help families in need so they can continue to homeschool. You can also look at HSLDA. They have a compassion fund where they reach out and help homeschoolers too who are also struggling. So if you are in need and you want to continue homeschooling but the financial strain is just too much because of circumstances in your life, please reach out to either us or HSLDA and you can find support to continue on. We want to be there for you and not only give you financial support but pray over you, to be praying for you and lifting you up for courage and endurance and healing and persistence and those types of things. So that hopefully was helpful information for someone out there. Our last question of the day was about school districts. Like, people were writing in and saying, man, my school district is asking for all kinds of things. They're asking for standardized testing, and they're asking for all the medical records, and they're asking for me to get a background check, and they're asking, like, some of the stuff is getting really crazy out there. So I want you guys to be vigilant. You really need to know the law. Go to homeschoolpennsylvania.org, read the law, know what it is that is required of you, and give only what is required of you to the school district. So that's your affidavit, your objectives, immunization exemption, or the immunization records, and your affidavit should attest to your medical and dental care that is being fulfilled. Your school district does not need actual medical records, but there is a greater push. I think they're feeling the strain of being asked to gather that information, even though it's really not in the law. And if someone asks you to get a background check just so that you can homeschool your kids at home, that is absolutely not valid at all. Now, if you're part of a co-op, that's a different story. So as being a part of a co-op, working with other people's children, then you do get into needing background checks. But just you being at home with your children, there's no need for background checks. So please be vigilant with that. If you start getting all kinds of letters asking for all kinds of things, read the law, think about what the law requires of you, and if what they are requesting is not within the law, like someone was saying, we need to know the name of your evaluator before the school year starts, that's not in the law. Or you have to give us standardized testing every single year and we want to see the records, we want to see the scores. No, that is not in the law. You guys need to know the law, and you can go to YouTube. I have a whole law playlist that goes through all this stuff multiple times. You can go and watch all those videos and know for sure what it is that the law says, and then you can stand firm and say, no, that's not what the law says. Or you could go into the office and say, can you show me in the homeschool law where that is part of the homeschool law? So some of the school districts might just not be aware that the homeschool law is actually different than the public school law. They are different. They have different requirements. So you could go in there and say, here's the homeschool law. I printed it off from Homeschool, Pennsylvania, right? Show me in this chunk of law, of this legislation, where it is that I need to do the thing that you're asking. And then have a conversation like that. So it's an educational opportunity for you. It's an educational opportunity for the folks at your school district. And if things persist and it's a struggle, please reach out to us or HSLDA, and we will help you walk through it. Especially if there's an issue, we'll get HSLDA involved and their advice and their help. But don't give up your freedoms. Don't give up your freedoms in homeschooling. Pennsylvania requires enough, the red tape and the hoops to jump through. Do not give more than what the law requires. Stand firm and be courageous. So that is all the questions I had for this month. It was great answering those questions for you. Please do not hesitate to write your questions or comments here, to send them at staff@chaponline.com. We're here to answer your questions. And you know what? If you missed the announcement, I can't imagine that you have missed it, but I'm going to say it again now. We are having a convention this year. It will be June 13, 14, and 15 at Elizabethtown College in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a wonderful time of encouragement and equipping and connecting with each other and being together and being encouraged. And we have so many good things lined up, so many good things planned. So stay in the know, sign up for our e-news, and then you will be in the know about all those things. And if you want to help, let us know, because we're still looking for volunteers to help us make this thing happen. And we can't wait to see you there in June. And if you missed it, there's also a midwinter conference coming up in February. We will be posting that again and reminding you of that. That is with us in Building Faith Families and Demi Learning, where we will be encouraging you to see it through the winter, see the winter through. We're just getting started, and come February, we're going to be ready for a little bit of encouragement to get through the rest of the school year. So you're going to want to be at both of those events. They're going to be great. They're going to be encouraging. I will be speaking at both, and I look forward to seeing you there. So thanks for tuning in. And drop us a line, like, subscribe, share with everybody. Let people know that we are here helping you out with your homeschool journey. All right, take care and have a great week. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye now.